Welcome back to Viking football with Bruce Barnum. The weather is changing as Portland State gets ready to play Northern Colorado this Saturday. It's cold out here. I got my nice fleece jacket on now with the logo. You can get it at GoVikesShop.com. They don't even sponsor us. They ought to send me something free, but go to GoVikes, get your Viking gear. It looks pretty good, keeps you warm. Coach, enough of that. Let's talk football here. Had a week off. Tell us what you did as a coaching staff, and tell us how that impacts the players.
Bye week. First off, Mike, I'd like to give a shout out. World Series, Cleveland, Danny Capalucci from our athletic department is actually throwing the first ball out tonight.
Really?
It is. Wild thing with a new hairdo. So she's from that town they call Cleveland, on the river. But bye week. First off, coaches, we recruited. We hit it right after Wednesday's practice. We had a morning practice. My guys were out until Sunday at 1, mostly in Oregon, but around the Northwest. So other than that, click the players. We needed a break. Too many guys not playing football right now, so we gave them some days off. We did run them one day just to keep the blood flow going, but they had 5 days off the practice field. So I liked what I saw out here this morning, first day back, as far as crisp and focus on our way to Northern Colorado.
Okay, and of course, Vikings coming off a loss to Cal Poly, what we found to be a very good Cal Poly team. They're now ranked 14th in the nation, going after trying to get that Big Sky Conference title among a handful of other teams. But really, in that game, the Vikings down a number of players. This is an opportunity for a return to health for quite a few guys.
We did. We're not getting them all back, Mike, but we're getting a big group back, and no excuses. We're banged up. Cal Poly is a good football team. You saw what Tim brought into here, and if they stay healthy, I think they'll make a run in the playoffs. So, I think I'll have all except maybe 3 or 4 back this week, so that is a positive going into this second season.
Okay, now we'll talk a little bit about Northern Colorado. The Bears, 4-3 on the season, 2-2 in the Big Sky. What we know about Northern Colorado, they have a very talented running back in Trey Reich. They got a good quarterback there in Kyle Sloter. They can move the football, they can score some points, and they're susceptible to giving up some points. So I guess that makes them about like everybody else in the Big Sky.
It is. They're a good football team. They're playing hard right now, Mike. They're senior laden on the defensive side of the ball. You talked about their offense, but they've got number 4. I'm not a name guy, but they're number 4 on defense. He's a guy. He's there. They highlight him in everything they do, and he's a heck of a football player. So, very solid football team, and they're doing well right now. And when you win, it adds that mental emotion side of it. So I'm sure they're going to come in here expecting to beat up on the 2-5 Vikes.
Okay. Let's talk about the Vikes, 2-5, as you said, but really probably about as up as you can be after losing a couple of games. You're real optimistic heading into this stretch of 4 weeks to conclude the season. What are the keys for your team getting some wins down the stretch and building for next year?
Mike, you and I were standing here a year ago, and the administration and Mark granted my staff and I a contract, and that put a plan in motion. It started with Davis. Alexander was our next commit the day after, that night, once he found out that we were going to be here. So the locker room right now, I love. I really do. My staff, the players, we see the big plan. I hate the word rebuilding, and then you add injuries to that, and you see what you have on what we're playing with right now. But we're playing with some good cats. It's not a, oh God. And win or lose, Mike, what I'm proud of right now, and I'll brag about, is how we're playing the game, how we're practicing, how they're preparing for football. I haven't lost a locker room as a head coach, and at 2-5, that's pretty cool.
So the 4-game winning streak starts this Saturday. That's what you're telling the team?
When I promise wins and stuff, everybody gets mad at me. I can tell you right now that we're going to take Northern Colorado on our home field and get after them one at a time. And again, they're senior laden, football team, but yes, I like how we're practicing right now, and we will give Northern Colorado a fight, I guarantee you.
Okay, now the Boston Red Sox aren't in the World Series. It disappoints everyone, I know, certainly me. Who you got in the World Series?
Well, you know, I'm still whining a little bit over Big Papi retiring with the Red Sox. I'm a Red Sox fan like you, my house is. So I didn't really know who was in the World Series until you told me right before this interview, because with Boston out, it really doesn't matter.
That's a great attitude. I like that. Okay, Portland State. This Saturday, the Vikings take on Northern Colorado. 2:30 kickoff at Providence Park. We remind you the Viking football luncheon is Friday at noon at Old Spaghetti Factory. Come on down, talk to the coach, talk to a selected player or two, and have a good time. But you can get all the information on Viking football at govikes.com.